Hey y'all, so this video today is going to be hopefully super quick. It's really random, to be honest with you. Just kind of something that I decided to do on a whim, but I feel like it'll be beneficial. If it's not, sorry. If it is, great, mission accomplished. So I am super active on Twitter, and I will never give you all my Twitter name because I'm not necessarily interested in mixing the two brands, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are their real selves on Twitter, and then you have to keep that there, and then you have to kind of filter what you put out on other platforms, right? So because of that, I'm not interested in you all having my Twitter name. But a lot of you that watch my videos know me from Twitter, and you know I'm super active there, very opinionated, not afraid to express myself on any topic at any time. So one thing that I'm going to try to do is bring some of those topics there appropriately to my channel so that I can kind of put them in more people's minds. Like, that's really what I like to do, is I like to be thought-provoking, and I like to encourage reflection and, you know, stuff like that. If you don't think about these things, you'll never get to the bottom of it. You'll never do away with the fact that they could be hindering you. So what exactly do I want to discuss? So one of my Twitter friends, and I thought about like saying their name and everything, but again, I don't know if they're interested in all of that attention. One of my Twitter friends posted a tweet, and it said, "I don't think that I set my aspirations high enough," right? So when I saw that, it of course stuck me, because I'm like, that's my problem. I am that girl. Obviously I read tarot cards, but I'm that girl that's always trying to tell people you can manifest everything you want. Whatever you want, you'll get. If you want it hard enough, you'll even get some of the stuff that wasn't really meant for you because you kept asking for it. Like, I'm that girl that gives great advice and may or may not follow it. The reason for that, like, I'm human. It's easy to be on the outside looking in and give your 2 cents. It's easy to care about your friends and family, so you're able to give them unbiased, encouraging, you know, motivating advice. Like, that's easy. But when it comes down to you yourself, or me myself, being a person with anxieties, fears, traumas, triggers, it's tough to follow my own advice. And that's me being honest and transparent and saying that to you. I'm always telling people, dream big, write it down, plan it, go for it. And then I turn around and I don't set my aspirations high enough. And honestly, where I'm at right now in life, it's not where I want to be. I recently have come into some realizations, some plans, some pathways that I could take to put myself in the career that I want to be in, to be making the money that I want to be making, and to be able to sustain the lifestyle that I want to be living. So I'm happy about that. I'm thankful for that. But these things are things that were on my plate like a year ago, a year and a half ago, and I was scared, and it sucks because, like, I think I'm a boss. I think I'm that girl, right? Like, you can't tell me I'm not the stuff, to be honest with you. But even though that's the truth, it still comes down to when it's time for you to embark on a new journey or take on something that you're not familiar with, you're like, I don't want to do that. I ain't ready for that. I'm scared of that. Where's that money gonna come from? How is that gonna work out? What are the odds that that'll be successful? Like, you just literally start talking yourself out of all this wonderful stuff that you know you want, that you know you can have, that you know you deserve, that you know you could put the work in for, that you would enjoy putting the work in for. Like, literally this one tweet sent me on a tailspin of thoughts, and I ended up with the conclusion of bringing it to you all because I feel like those of us that are looking at other people and saying, I want to be doing that. How come I didn't do that? How did they do that? Those of us that are in those spaces have simply not set our aspirations high enough. And when you set an aspiration, the active pursuit of it is what, to me, means that you actually set that aspiration. You can't say, I want to be a pro wrestler. You never hit the gym. You're not watching your diet. You don't know anything about wrestling. You can't say you want something and then you sit on your butt and do absolutely nothing. But you also can't not want something out of fear. So the question of reflection, and I'm glad that I had the idea to make this video so close to the end of the year, because you know everyone wants to have New Year's resolutions. Everyone wants to change up some stuff so they can propel themselves a little bit further in the next year than they did this year. Well, my question to provoke reflection for you all is, are you shooting your shots? If you're not shooting them, you're going to miss them. You're going to miss some that you shoot, but from there, you know, work on your jumper. You know, maybe you can shoot it a little differently, get a little closer to the rim, you know, bounce it a little bit more. You have to always take your L's and turn them into learning experiences. I said that in the last video. If you picked that jade stack, you always have to take your L's and turn them into learning experiences, but you can't be so scared of L's that you're not taking chances at all. So what are your aspirations looking like? And if your goals don't scare you, they're not big enough. If your aspirations don't scare you, they're not big enough. And it's comfortable to pursue things that are not challenging. It's comfortable to pursue things that you know for a fact you can obtain. But in the long term, in the grand scheme of things, those things are not as rewarding as the bigger risk. Those things are not as fulfilling as what you would have gotten from the other risk, the other option. So I just wanted this video to be kind of brief, quick, thought-provoking. But what you should be meditating on for this week and these final weeks of this year, for the rest of your life, really. But, you know, just for right now, we can look at, what are your goals? What are your aspirations? How big are they? How easy are they? If they're easier than they are big, maybe rethink it. Because at the end of the day, what could go wrong? Not too much. Like, that's the thing. Worries are imaginary problems. Worries are imaginary problems that have not happened yet, that we put in our head and we're tripping out about for no reason. They're imaginary. So, reshape your goals, reshape your aspirations. If your goals don't scare you, if your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough. And make sure that your aspirations are large, because what is the chance that you'll obtain that thing if you never attempt it? You have to shoot your shots. If it's a job, you see all the time people are like, you know, I applied for this job. I was low-key not qualified for it, but I got it and I received the training that I need. You have people who are walking around with significant others that are way out of their league, and you're like, now how the hell? But they shot their shot. That's how. They shot that shot. That's how they got that boo. That's how they got that job. That's how they got that opportunity, that house. People are buying houses for below market value, and think about it. That's a risk you got to take, that negotiation, that attempt. But you have to try it. You cannot scare yourself out of good things. You cannot scare yourself out of good things. Stop scaring yourself out of good things.